So talking about the Allonge, how to make a good Allonge, how would a beginner move toward that? So when I was first doing the Allonge, and I remember visiting Square Mile in London, James Hoffman wasn't there; he was his staff there, and I was delivering the machine, and I made an Allonge for them, and they looked at it and they were like, "Wow, that looks like a gusher," and everyone tasted, and everyone's eyebrows went up and said, "That tastes a lot better than it should." Okay. And the reason is that water coming through an espresso machine so quickly has always been associated with your channeling or you're badly dialed in. The reason for that is most espresso machines out there tell you pressure of the pump, not pressure of the puck. And in order to make an allonge, you need to have espresso like pressures at the puck. So you need to have a machine that tells you that. There aren't a lot of them. And certainly there aren't a lot of machines that do flow profiling and give you real pressure. So in order to do an allonge, it's not that hard. I would start with a dose, just say 18-gram basket, 18 grams, okay? Fairly coarse, and put it in there, and believe it is set to stop volumetrically, but go for like a 4-to-1 ratio in 30 seconds. And what you are going to find is that the pressure reading on the decent espresso machine will tell you what's going on. Now, if you grind too fine, which is typically what happens, typically people are too fine because they're coming from traditional espresso. You're just going to go max out. You're going to go up to like 12, 13 bar, and you're not going to hit your goal weight in the time you wanted. So just back off the grind. In fact, this is the easiest way to dial in allonge, is just back off the grind so that it's overpressure, and now suddenly you're in 8 or 9 bar and you're fine. So that's your first goal, is for your allonge peak pressure to be around 8 or 9 bar. If it peaks around 4 bar, it's not going to taste good. Now, the next thing that you'll start to worry about is your end pressure. Now, this is more tricky, and definitely better grinders are going to give you better results. If you find yourself crashing, going from 9 bar to 2, then you've got a problem. And that problem can either be resolved with changing the dose, changing the grinder, or better puck prep. And those are the things I would try to fiddle with. But I have found the allonge pretty easy to dial in, because as long as I am in that sort of 9 bar at the start and I don't go below 4 bar at the end. 4 bar, by the way, is where puck compresses between 3 and 4 bar. I think that's why espresso tastes quite bad under 4 bar, because I think the puck then is no longer compressed. So those are my ranges. And there's so much water and so much dilution that even if it's channeling, it channels briefly because there's just water going everywhere. And you end up something that's, with allonge, that's something that's almost tea-like because of the dilution and because of the openness of the flavors.